All right, everyone. Welcome again to Granblue Radio. This is episode 211. Uh, we were talking about how January is a quiet month, and it's been pretty true. I've been able to get so much done.
I welcome this for right now because after all December, yeah,
I mean, there was a lot to catch up on, and I'm almost caught up actually. To my personal satisfaction, I'm almost caught up, which is the important thing in a game like this. Are you caught up on your projects?
well, I fell behind on Arcarum, but that's because not well Sandbox specifically, but that's only because of what happened in the last week.
Um, for you personally, or
Uh, Unite and Fight.
oh, that part. Okay. I was like, wait, is this a personal issue? Should we? Okay. Yeah, Unite and
No,
Fight.
it's Unite and Fight. It took too much time.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I fell behind on Sandbox myself, but it was because I was doing um this. So here's my rusted weapon stash. Here's my 30 katanas and my let's see here. I'm 1 star missing on harps. I think I'm 2 stars missing on harps, and here's my bow collection and
Yeah, so you've been hitting up the Proto Baja normal finds if I remember
yes,
correctly.
I was doing Proto Baja normal. I've done pretty much the entire grind for everything but my personal bane, and by my personal bane I mean so many players have this exact same problem: flawed prisons.
Lawbrism suck, dude.
Screw these
They,
things, man.
they really need to like increase how many you can actually get from the higher ones at least for a
I have
day.
26,000. That's enough for 3 110 uncaps. 3 of them.
It's not enough.
If I do this trade every day for a full year, that will be enough for 3 more. It's like,
Can we bring back
uh,
the giant shrimp?
I did fight the giant shrimp a lot.
Or can we bring it back?
Can we bring back something that's easier than the giant shrimp? Like we were talking about this actually. Let's cover this topic actually. Let's talk about Angel Halo. And I've talked about not wanting to go back to Angel Halo. So we're going to talk a little bit about the history of Angel Halo. So for people who aren't like Granblue fantasy like archaeologists, so there is this really old relic of your profile. No one really talks about this anymore because it hasn't been relevant in like 5 years. It's your
It's your
server
page.
group. Your server group has only ever mattered for two things that I know of, uh, publicly at least. One was for when Defend Order was open, because it would be open to two groups at a time.
Was it
Sometimes
two? Yeah, it was two.
it was two. Um, the next thing is that it was way back in the day in Granblue Fantasy, Angel Halo had two versions. There was regular Angel Halo, and there was something that was referred to as Star Angel Halo. And Star Angel Halo existed for 1 hour a day, and that 1 hour a day um, was better Angel Halo than the normal Angel Halo.
Yeah, that one actually dropped like orbs and stuff.
Like, and it was because of just they were afraid of server load, as far as I can tell. Because if Angel Halo was open all the time, people would just be mashing it, and that would be hard on their servers at the time. Like their servers at the time sucked.
Oh, you remember Defend Order when it first came out?
Remember? Yeah, I remember Defend Order.
It affected everything because the moment Defend Order hits, every part of the game lagged, even if you weren't in Defend Order.
Oh my god, I'd forgotten about that part. Thanks for the reminder. So
I was in the first group of Defend Order, so I remember this.
so like the one of the reasons that they haven't that I think at least they haven't done anything like skip tickets for Angel Halo is because it would just essentially slam the servers to the point where it would be untenable.
Just like the whole 100 rupee at a time.
Yeah, this is based on me interviewing them once and them saying that if they once did simulations and they said that if they allowed people to draw all 100 rupee gachas at the same time, then the servers would crash at 5 a.m. every morning, Japan time, from everybody hitting the server at the same time.
That's reasonable because if it was just one button, you just do it and then the server's gone.
Yeah, yeah. And so I mean, there's multiple different solutions to this flawed prism shortage, and I wonder how they're going to address them because some people have suggested why isn't there just an EX difficulty of Angel Halo? Would that solve anything?
I
It
have
would
no clue.
it would be just as tedious. Like I don't think like as it is right now, you just go into Angel Halo, you just bring in like some kind of team that just semi-autos it. I'm not even gonna bother putting Vajra on this team. I'm just gonna
So Necromancer.
I'm just gonna necromancer the crap out of this thing, and it loads up. You hit something, they all die.
Wait for the next
You
run.
wait for the next run. You hit something, they all die.
Yeah. It's not a.
It's not exactly engaging gameplay here.
It's really tedious, really.
It's super tedious.
Like here's the thing. The one thing I do appreciate in Dragalia, first off, is that it has the auto run the next battle.
Hmm.
If you turn that off when you're done, pretty much,
Yeah,
or when you run out of energy.
and so here's the thing that this is the perspective I'm coming at it with, right? So I just got 2 flawed prisms from this, and I average around like 2 or 3 flawed prisms per run of Angel Halo. At this rate, assuming 2 or 3 runs of Angel Halo, like 2 or 3 per run of Angel Halo, I need to run Angel Halo approximately. Hold on, let me do some head math here. Um, 20,000 more times in order to 6-star all of my Eternals to 110. It's not even the full process yet.
You don't even know the full process yet.
And I'm just like, all right, you know what? This is where I'm gonna draw my personal line. My personal line is flawed prisms. It wasn't the silver shard, the silver weapon relics. I got those. It wasn't the let's see, where's those silver weapon relics? I have 200 of all of them now. Or it's under Uncap, I think. There they are. I have my 200 of everything here. Okay, sure. I even got 30 extra staff because I want to make a Kanabo. Sure, fine. I have my 300 rusted weapons at 3 stars. That's fine because I bought a bunch of them with pendants. That was part of something I was going to be doing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like Damascus crystals, I actually don't mind that part. Damascus crystals are one of those things where the act of playing the game earns you more Damascus crystals. Let's see. I think we've gone over this a few times, but it's still like
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those things where it's just like this one thing ruins the whole process for me so badly.
It always goes back to Fallout Prisms, though.
It really does. Like after Rainbow, well, so the bottlenecks include silver merits, so champion merits. Um, Worrels eventually stop becoming an issue, and but flawed prisms never go away. They just never go away as an issue.
Hasn't gone away in the past 5 years.
No, never, ever, ever. But it's just like, we're gonna take a look at this again, and we're just gonna be like, all right, fight the 6 dragons. Sure, did that.
That
Fight the
part's
four
easy.
fight the 4 Primarchs. Sure, did that. I actually got a bunch of trial fragments while doing that, so hey, bonus. Damascus crystals, like I said, I can I can pick these up over the course of playing the game. I'll hold off on picking up some Damascus crystals. But right here, this is 30 silver spears. All right, enough of that. Alright, so let's see. I wouldn't mind Angel Halo too much if it was just 1 round, so I can press attack and refresh. I mean, that's kind of why people do the campaign exclusive quest every time there's a 2-week campaign. Because it is basically a shortened Angel Halo that only gives you things that you really want, like uh, the light dragon crystal, not crystal, dragon scale, the white dragon scale. That comes from it. It gives you like flawed prisms. It gives you only things that are essentially useful throughout the lifespan of the game.
I missed when we were in Japan when that happened one time. Doing that on Japanese Wi-Fi was amazing.
I know, right? I once spent an entire Christmas day in Haneda Airport, kicking back, waiting for my flight, and just running things fast. I was like, yes, yes.
I remember that one. That was 2018, if I remember
I
correctly.
think so. All right. So anyway, that's my update on projects. There's only two real things to talk about. Do you want to look at the event, or do you want to look at the Uncap first?
You want to introduce ourselves first because we actually didn't introduce ourselves yet.
Oh, jeez. Did we not? Hi, everybody.
No.
This is Vibrating Sheep. You should probably know me pretty well by this point because this is episode number 211 of Granblue Radio. Anyway,
And with him is DJ. Hi.
Hi, DJ. Anyway, so there's also a question: are new characters in a few hours? No. That every month that now the story will come up. The story comes up in 5-ish hours. That will also be the same time that a new draw banner comes in, but the draw banner is characters who appear in A Tale of Kindled Bonds, aka Lucius and Tina. And then on the 31st, as usual, will most likely be when they get new characters.
Well, since we're on the topic, might as well just talk about the event a little bit. That's not out.
Sure. So did you see that Kawahara Yoshihisa actually was trending on Twitter?
Yeah, I remember you pointing that out.
My favorite thing about that, I didn't translate this for Granblue EN, but my favorite thing about that was that his wife was like, "What did he do?" That was her first reaction. Like, she was looking at Twitter, it's like, "My husband is trending. What did he do?"
It was nothing bad, at least.
Yeah. And so we've got the continuation of the Lucius and Tina storyline about like revenge and goblins and trying to like take over for his father's legacy, etc., etc. And then the all new characters, we have Shinsha here in this wheelchair, and Nectar with her. Uh, I don't know. A lot of people like Nectar just from his design. If you look at him in the story preview on the website, he has a bow on his back, so it's like it
Ooh.
would be a pretty prime time to introduce more bow characters, right?
Yeah.
Um, we have a new skin for Lucius coming with this event.
So no SR character, guys. Sorry.
No SR character. Um, I don't know why his hair turns white. I looked at his Rage of Bahamut lore, and he's just been blonde the entire time. Like, in Rage of Bahamut, he actually teaches at Mysteria. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that at all.
He becomes a teacher at Mysteria later in his life. Like, he has his like mercenary phase, he has his like goblin killer phase, and then he becomes a teacher.
So what you're saying is that the next Mysterious in Shadowverse.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm actually interested in seeing how this event goes for them.
I am too. The original event for them is actually so it's one of Fukuhara's favorites. He said that at AX 2019, because he worked on these characters when he was working for Rage of Bahamut. So they're like sentimental favorites for him from his time at Cygames. And I hope that this event does them more justice than the Sleeping Island Giant, because Sleeping Island Giant has pacing issues. It's a year 2 event. It's pretty rough around the edges of a lot of like, oh no, goblins, we have to fight them before we finish this conversation.
Oh yes, the old story mechanics of there's monsters.
So Cerulean notes that one of his ROB art has white hair. Actually, all of his ROB art has white hair on his second uncap. So the ROB standard is that there are 4 uncap states, and each time the art flips and their hair color changes. So I was looking through like the history of his cards, and I didn't see any that had white hair. But if you can show me that one and prove to me that it's not just the second star of one of his existing pieces of art, then let me know. Uh, all right, DJ. Here's the other two things that there's two
What type of
questions.
weapon is this?
Okay, so that's the first one. Yeah, what kind of weapons are these?
Spear and sword.
I think it's gonna be a sword also. I think it's gonna be a sword because it's a very small hatchet, and hatchets have started being swords.
Yeah, that's the reason. Only reason why.
This follows directly after Sleeping Alan John. It follows directly after SSR Lucius because one of the characters who's going to be showing up is Goblin Princess from Rage of Bahamut, and she apparently shows up in SSR Lucius. I don't have him yet, so
Me neither.
I'm going to have to trust people on that one. Um, the other question there's another question though, other than what weapon is this? So Mini Gabu is the summon. Is Mini Goblin Mage going to be released at the end of the month in the new gacha?
It's hard to think about now.
It happened for Cagliostro.
True.
It's happened a couple of times where it just the event summon was also the art for the character.
Was Juliet in that summon for the Romeo and Juliet event?
I think it was just Romeo. Hold on.
Yeah, that's why I thought that was just Romeo in that one.
Let's go look at my water summons. That's by Uncap. Let's do it by acquired. Oh, it's both of them. It's both of them.
Yul's cheating because it's both her and Sochi, I believe, in that summon.
It is.
And that was also when Water Yule came out, I believe. Maybe. Maybe they'll throw. They also have like thrown us on left field sometimes.
The second part of that question is Kawahara's suffering going to end, and is Nectar going to be?
No.
No?
His suffering's never gonna end.
He will only ever be in SR jail?
Yeah.
The man can
until
just,
like 2 more years later, I guess.
The man has given his body to Granblue Fantasy. Like they threw him.
They threw him out of like airplane. Yeah.
They threw him out of an airplane. They had him just like they threw him on a stage and just like improv, pretend that you're the host of a home shopping network and just go. We just need you to ad lib for 40
he does
minutes.
that job well.
We just ad lib for 40 minutes.
He was also doing all of Satellite stage while everyone else was off at the live.
Oh man, the Kawahara bullying is so good.
He deserves a raise.
So my personal thought about it is that Lucius gets a skin. Tina already has gotten a new version. I think.
Tina also has an SSR.
She does. It's a seasonal one even. So I think Nectar and Miniature Goblin Mage come in. One of them is an SR, and I'm not sure which one is an SR yet. that's my thoughts.
All right. We'll see in like a couple days from now.
We'll see in a couple days. All right, you ready to talk about dogs?
Dog's cool.
What have you leveled her yet?
Nope, because I am out of places to actually level her right now.
Let me go find a team that actually has the dog on it. Oh, right. This team exists specifically for me to take pictures of dogs. So, Vajra's 5-star Uncap. Number one, she, before anything involving the 5-star, she got rebalances on 2 things. Number one, all of her SR versions, SSR versions, whether or not they have a 5-star or not, melee. Now in line with every Zodiac who is not Kumbira.
Yeah, about to say.
Does Water Fist actually exist? Is the next question.
Let me check. I think it's Joel, maybe?
It's Ingve. It's
Greya. How did you forget Greya?
Hasalia's Fist. I keep forgetting that. The bestest buddies.
Lady Caterpillar, Folia, Soji.
I've forgotten how many of these are melee gun. And Leisha should also be gun, but I don't have her.
Leisha's not Fist, though.
Oh yeah, I'm just talking about guns. Sorry, I got sidetracked.
Good job.
um,
So Fist exists.
Fist exists. It's a CA team mostly because of the existence of Greya and Vajra, but and also because Vanya and Melinda also have like an unworldly CA going. I mean, if you want to build it, you can build it. There's nothing wrong with it, especially since the new Vajra abilities work really well with Hollow Sky. So if you want to do it, there's no stopping you. Grad
Yeah.
triple attacks all the time. Vajra triple attacks all the time now.
Gray gives someone else the ability to triple attack.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a fun. That sounds like a fun team. Now I'm
All
gonna
right,
go
you're
make
doing it.
that. Yeah, I'll make that in a second. Oh yeah, Folia's fist. All right, so here's what we actually get from Vajra 5-star. Uh,
All right.
so,
Wait. First off,
sorry, we missed
there was
the
a
other thing. There
change.
was a
They
change to this one, to
yes.
Canid Growl. Her most useless button, because as we've complained about, for anybody whose kit was made before like 2018, um,
Having just petrify is not enough because so many things just resist petrify.
a lot of bosses have to resist Petrify, otherwise the game is too easy. um, so they added delay to it, which is also who else got that?
Percival, I
Was it
believe.
Percival?
I believe it's Percival.
And the other thing that they could have done, but they didn't, was the Halloween Azazel method, where it's like try to put on Petrify. If it doesn't work, get this instead.
Yeah, but that one also had like something to do with his passive too, right?
Mm-hmm. So anyway, getting the Percival treatment, getting another delay in water, pretty good. Like the theme for Vajra is not really damage, even though she gets a lot of damage out of it. It's really utility because there's a whole bunch of utility that she gets in this kit now. So that's before you 5-star her. Next up, um, on the 5-star, she goes from Gilded Heaven Strike to Kenshin Ranman, the Dogged Innocence, um, and it does more damage. It dispels.
That's always nice.
Dispelling on CA is one of those things where it's like it's always nice to have, and if you didn't waste a button on it, then you don't miss it. You're like, oh, I didn't use a button on this. It's fine. Um, and then the Dogged Innocence update says that you basically get everything a turn earlier, a CA earlier. So before, the first CA would only give you attack. Then the second would give you defense. The third would give you meter up, etc., etc., etc. So this one moves everything up, and well, no, it doesn't move everything up. It moves the defense up, and it replaces the second tier. So the first time she CAs, she gives everybody 30% attack. It's still on normal, so you'll barely notice it in many cases. She gives 30% defense up on the first one, which is actually pretty significant.
As we've been talking about with the hard raids.
Mm-hmm. Um, and remember that Loyalty Eternal is undispellable. It's very important that it's undispellable for hard raids. The second time she CAs now, she gives your team 30% double attack, 15% triple attack, which is
It's helpful.
it's very helpful and it's free. Like you get out of the second time, it's like all right, if you Benito, you just have it already and you get to roll it. Um, the third one is now instead of 10% meter up, it's 30% meter up.
That's a lot of meter.
It's a lot of meter. It's a lot of meter. I'm looking forward to this one, and getting use out of it in longer raids. Um, then after that, the CA cap and CA damage cap are on the same one. Before the damage cap only before there was no CA damage cap up, it was generic damage cap. So now she gives you CA damage cap and damage cap. So upgrades.
Damage cap is at the fifth one. CA damage cap up is at the fourth one.
Yes, it's newly added to the 5-star version.
Nice, especially since Water likes the CA a lot. Not gonna lie.
And the thing is that when she's triple attacking a lot with her double strike and stuff like that, she's also going to be CAing a lot. Like she builds this pretty fast. Then all right. So level 90, she gets Pupper Squad Go.
Such a good name.
Pupper Squad Go does some really fun things. So it's a 5-turn buff, and by a 5-turn buff, we mean it's effectively infinite because of things that happen later. Um, Whenever there's a chain burst at all, then 3 puppies come out, hit the enemy for water damage. For let's see here, how much damage is it? It is 3 hit damage. Pupper Squad Go.
300k per hit.
200k per hit. That's
200k per hit.
so it's 600k total, but given all of the cap ups and stacking everything's up that you get, especially since she also gives damage cap up, etc. So for me, it hits for 2.1 million, which is actually more than the chain burst itself hits for. Um, and so, yeah, because it's skill damage, you just go nuts. Then she also gets a random buff, picked from a list of 4. Um, One is Veil and Dispel Cancel for herself.
The spell cancel's pretty nice, not gonna lie.
The other is the next is a 4,000 damage shield. It's fine. It's good.
That's a pretty beefy shield.
The next one is Dodge All one time on her on anybody's chain burst. Sometimes she just has it. Like she can just, monkey or Seox her way through things. You can't rely on it, but if she has it already, then you can plan around it, which is nice. And then the big prize that the dogs can give her, the puppies can give her CA reactivate. That's
Why not?
stupid.
That's a lot. That's a lot of CAs.
That's not only a lot of CAs, but it means that no matter what, she is going to cause another chain burst, which causes 3 more puppies, which gives her another buff.
Yeah. Why not?
And at the same time that she gets this, by the way, she upgrades her Queen of Canines. So before it was just like, here's your maximum meter. She got the Samurai passive. Extend durations of buffs from Garjana, which is Hound of the Hunt. It's only the dog part. Come on, Garjana.
And also Pupper Squad.
And also
gets,
Pupper Squad.
Extended.
So, all of the things that people used to complain about with Korwa, she can do for herself. Like, she can just infinitely have these dog buffs on. Just every time she attacks, Garjana pops out and does 1,000,000 damage. Every time she chain bursts, or anybody chain bursts, 3 puppies run on screen and do 2,000,000 damage. And it's just like, alright, remember how good that Romeo's been this entire time that we've had him 5-star because he nukes at the end of his attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has that permanently, so does she!
Also,
Everybody's
this also
happy.
gives me reason to use her support EMP.
Yeah, because her support EMP, which was previously only active for 2 out of every 9 turns, unless you were using things like buff extends on her.
And then it wasn't enough.
It was a boost to multi-attack while Garjana is out. Well, now it means that Garjana is almost permanently out. So, hey, nice.
Yeah, why not?
It's good. Level 95. Level 95 is when she gets the upgrade to Hound of the Hunt. So I don't have that yet, so it's not reflected in my tooltips. But this consumes 30% of charge bar thing goes away. Also, she gets guaranteed triple attacks during the duration of it. So for 2 turns, she will triple attack, and then triple attack, triple attack.
However, if you have 100 meter,
Then both of these are 4 turns long instead of 2 turns. So
yeah,
she has 4 turns of double strike, triple attack. It's a lot of turns, and it means that you're not really worried about using up one of those on a CA. And then, yeah, extending the Come on Garjana is kind of immaterial. She's just, at a certain point, she's always going to have that buff. It's never going to go away.
but a double strike though.
Yeah, but with double strike, which means he's going to pop out twice during that time. That's a casual. So my Garjana pops out and does 1,000,000 damage. And so, that's just an extra 2,000,000 damage a turn for 4 turns. Seems good.
Yeah.
And then, so the last thing at level 100 is probably the most boring of the changes, but just because it's the most boring doesn't mean it's not the most useful. Remember Orchid, where her most boring
The
effect
veil.
is just Veil, and then it's like as you use it, you're like, man, how did this character operate without Veil? This is so good.
Yeah, so at level 100, her first skill gets stacking attack defense down up to 30%. So that goes on top of with the debuff resist down that she gives. All right,
Uh,
it's useful.
so the thing is that every single one of these like utility buffs that she got made her a character that you can bring to hard content and does more than just damage, which is one of those things that um, it doesn't necessarily need to have her do stupid amounts of damage in order for her to justify her spot in something like a Lucilius or Beelzebub level raid. Because this part on Okami, it means that she's going to make you do more damage and take less damage. It's really useful. The Dispel on her CA means that you can lower Evangelist stacks or remove some of, well, it's not going to be as useful in Beelzebub because of Beelzebub's mechanics and when he gets his buffs, but still, it's there. You can use this um, delay against pretty much any enemy that is allowed to be delayed, because delaying in anything difficult is always going to be good. The defense up coming on her first CA and just lasting for effectively the rest of the fight. Really good. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, a lot of this is just I'm very happy with this 5-star personally.
Remember how she originally came out?
And they had to buff her like 2 months later.
Yeah, because it didn't really work.
Yeah.
I'm glad Vajra's in this place now.
But I haven't done the level 100 Fate yet, so I will talk about that next week if I can, because there is some lore about the backstory of the Divine Generals, and the Japanese, at least, are saying, it's like, does this mean that this opens the door for future character possibilities? Maybe?
Oh.
We'll find out. We'll find out in 2022 or 2023, or maybe we'll just ask them this year and they'll give us a non-evasive answer. They'd give us an evasive
They probably
answer.
would give you the answer. Yeah.
It's okay though.
But hey, she rides the dog.
She rides
It's
the
a five
dog,
star.
and at level 100 you get a new skin because remember that her original version there's Cheerful Vajra, and then there's War God Vajra,
The second sprite, yeah.
the second sprite where like her smile and optimism are gone. Because yeah, she's smiling in this one. She's just like dead faced in this one. She's smiling again in this one, and in the next one, she will be um, in War God mode again. So
What,
I'm looking
does
forward
that
to
mean
that one.
she won't be upside down anymore?
Oh man, the new Upside Down team is so good. I don't have to have Chun Li on it anymore.
I like the out of context Granblue post about that where they actually flipped the picture upside down so only the MC's upside down.
Yeah, because it was the Hanged Man, and then like 6 Upside Down characters, and then just a regular MC, but they just flipped the image. It was so good.
It was so good.
All right. Um, that's pretty much it for this
Yeah.
week. So
Next week we'll talk about the events.
next week we'll talk about the event. We'll talk about February Choreogra because February Choreogra is the one that leads up to the anniversary. It's not the anniversary announcements, but it's just all of the things that we should expect going into the anniversary. Um, we will have new characters from Tale of Kindled Bonds. Some people are banging the drum hoping for Cagliostro because she is on Granblue TV channel right now. Um, who knows? Here's the other thing. We'll have the schedule, and the schedule will let us know if there is a Dread Barrage or not. Because the end of Unite and Fight, they told us that there is not going to be another Unite and Fight
Until April.
until April. Bless them for this. I don't want Unite and Fight until April because for the last few years we've had January Unite and Fight and then a 3-week break and then Valentine's Day Unite and Fight.
Oh boy. Anyways.
Um, but yeah, we'll also have info on. We'll be able to talk about the event a little bit. Um, yeah, there'll be a lot. I'll try and fit in at least a couple sentences about the Vajra 5-star fate, though. Once I have actually seen it, she's level 93 for me right now, so we'll see what happens. I refuse to use gold books on her because I need 40 of those things for a level 110 Eternal.
When is 130 supposed to come out again? Is that March?
130 level 130 is going to be in April. So next month we
April.
will
Okay.
have uh, Threo and Fioer up to 110, and then after that it'll be 5 and 6 plus the level 130 uncap for all six.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So anyway, all right, everybody. Um, thanks for joining us. We will see you next week. Thanks for joining me, DJ.
Yeah, no problem.
Um, I kind of want to play Apex though, because the new season's coming out next week, and we got some
I mean, you can
time.
play that. I'm gonna play a different game.
Oh, you're still on that Rise of Life, aren't you?
No, I haven't started. I'm waiting until Friday because that way I can be uninterrupted by work.
I guess that's fair. All right. Anyway, good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. See you next week. Remember to follow on Granblue_en. Follow us on YouTube, on all of our everything. Sure, I post a lot. I'm sorry, but not really that
Check out
sorry.
grandcipher.com when some things come out.
When did I get the silver katana relic? Good night, everybody.
Good job.
All right. Thanks, DJ.
No problem.
Thanks, everybody.